All right, ladies, what's good? Ladies and ladies, I'm just bugging, man. How we doing today, America and the world? So I got, what's today? 17 July, man. Man, it's hot out here in Las Vegas. I think I registered like 116, man. This, they got a drought, and maybe I'll do some of that footage on that when I get out there to Lake Mead again. I'll do some of that on my tourism channel called Street Rat 702, all in one combined word, capital S. All right. That's just I don't know, tourism channel I wanted to do pretty much to kind of balance out all this serious talk, about all the great attractions here in Las Vegas. All right. Now, nothing wrong with doing that. Okay, all the attractions here, there's no other place like it. But anyway, look, on a more serious note, I want to talk about here, man. I've seen these articles or whatever, and it hurts me, but this has been something that's been going on for quite some time. Okay, with things like real estate and rent and all that, and people are not being able to afford to live in some decent housing, or like apartment and so forth. Okay, because of the shitty salaries, all right, that these jobs are paying. Okay, or the inflated real estate. All right, I mean, this is a damn shame that since the pandemic happened, in March of last year, 2020, all right, then the inflation, but also prices of rent and real estate is skyrocketing. Okay, that should have never even happened. Okay, so one of the things that the government should have done, all right, where they were putting like on sales and stuff like that online, restrictions and all that against gauging prices. All right, they should have done the same thing with real estate. Why didn't the government do this? And also rent during the pandemic. I mean, you would think that the prices and all that inflation would be stabilized. All right, maybe they could get a play of 10, maybe 15% with the stimulus, maybe. All right, but it shouldn't have been more than that. So, for example, if you was paying, let's say, $1,000 for rent, okay, or your mortgage, it shouldn't have been no more than maybe $1,100, okay? And excuse me, many banks and property management companies have tried to take advantage of that. All right, and I think that it tended to bite them on the backside because of these moratoriums. Now they're not able to get the money, so they're getting the money and then some from people that are paying their rent, but then again they ain't getting nothing from people, I guess, that are taking advantage of these moratoriums. You see how greed works? Okay, money is the evil root of all evil. Okay, these things end up coming back on these companies like that, including these banks. All right, and what I probably can see is something's got to give. Okay, it has to give. I can probably see some type of real estate apocalypse and rent apocalypse or whatever coming in September once all this stimulus ends. Some of the stimulus ended right now. Okay, in some states, some it got extended. All right, but something's going to give. Now let me get back. I'll get back to that in a second. For the people that's struggling for the rent, the paid rent, and let me say this: I know that you guys that are doing what you can, working with what you have and working hard, or whether you're getting the stimulus or not, they're doing the right thing. Kudos to you. All right, and no matter what comes out of this, good or bad, all right, you will be rewarded. Trust me. All right. I had to go through something like that during the last recession, but I ended up in a better place, okay? That I had to be drawn back and then brought back out, and that was for me to have a deeper understanding about life and to manage my expenses better and all that. And I can say that I'm better now than I was 10 years ago, all right? But we have to go through some things, unfortunately, okay? But you will be rewarded, so keep doing the right thing. I like to say this. So just say that you're paying $800, okay, for your mortgage and rent, and you're making $20 an hour. I'm just using that for an example. Okay, it used to be a time where you could work 40, 45 hours, maybe 20 years ago, and you can afford that. All right, maybe that might have been like $400, $500. Now it's $800. But to be able to do that now, and as expensive as food is, and taking care of children and other stuff, all right, child care, if you do that, you go through that, or if you have small children or whatever, car note, everything's so damn high now that instead of working 40 hours, most people have to work almost twice as much. I mean, that's like a proven fact now, okay? If you live in like California, instead of working $20, making $20, I believe it's now what, $35, and they're talking about you got to work like 80 hours, okay, for a 3-bedroom apartment, and 90 hours, and then like 70 hours for a 2-bedroom apartment, something like that. All right, so do your research on that, but you get what I'm saying. But it seems like you're gonna have to work like twice as hard. And I felt like this probably 10 years ago or so, that things were kind of like starting to get on the rise back then. But I felt like this: either you're gonna have to work 2 jobs, get married, have a roommate, okay, and even the guys that are retired now, okay, if you pull in the retirement check in, you're going to have to work, or you're going to have some residual money coming in from somewhere else, okay, to be able to work. And this is pretty much, I think, intentionally designed, okay, to help destroy the middle class. All right, if you're in the top 1%, if you're making over 100 racks, you ain't got nothing to worry about, okay, you good. But if you're probably making, let's just say, maybe under 75, then you're kind of going to be assed out. I hate to have to put it that way, but I mean, it's just the way it is there. All right. All I can do is for you guys that are approaching that situation, if your place is in jeopardy, or sorry about the light here, but if that's in jeopardy, or you guys have been affected by the pandemic in some way, where your salary or your wages has been affected, all I can do is just say make the proper adjustments. Okay, I can't tell you how to do it, but find a way. All I can just say is, if you can, to live below your means, make sacrifices, okay, cut some corners. Man, if you don't need all that space, I just say refrain from it, okay? Am I telling you to put your house up for sale? I'm not saying that, but if you can live below your means, or I'm pretty sure there could be other areas that you can cut out as far as your lifestyle, all right? And, we all like nice things and want to be able to entertain our friends and all that. But, man, I think that what you get out of this thing is, what we're going through over the last, 16 months, is doing what's most important. And I can just say, hey, Godspeed to you. Man. But I think an apocalypse will be coming in the next a couple of months. And if this apocalypse affects you in a bad way, you know, it could be a good thing, could be a blessing in disguise. All right. But hey, in the meanwhile, prepare. That's all I can say. You know, for some people, it may hit you in a good way. All right, for some people that are trying to get a home, but if that affects you in a good way, don't boast it, because hey, you could lose it. You could lose it as well. They say he who giveth, he who taketh away. But yeah, almost for the most part, people cannot afford to live, many of them, almost anywhere. Man. So, you know, good luck and Godspeed to you. And maybe consider making some changes. All right, I'm just going to leave it at that. If y'all like this video, feel free to subscribe, share, leave your comments. What's your thoughts on it? Check out some of the other videos. And you guys try to enjoy the weekend and enjoy the summer, okay? Peace.